So in pressSIGN, we have a new feature, and that feature comes under this single patches area here up in the top corner. Hopefully you see the icon just there. If I just drag over the icon, it's that single patches icon right under that red circle. That's really what I want you to be looking at. It's that button that we'll be clicking on. So if I click on that button, that takes us to a new window, and this single patches window is incredibly powerful, and it has quite a few little options and features. And one of those options, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a job, and forgive me for just choosing, I've got a test job here. This is quite good probably. So I'll just double click on that job and it will open the job for me. I don't need to see the job information, so I'm going to hide that. I'm going to do Control J. Do you see how that disappeared? I'll leave the other parts of the window open. Anyway, what we can now do is we can measure the I'm just going to move myself as well, so let me just move this over that corner. That probably helps. Okay, I know I'm looking the wrong way, but I do apologise. I'll try and look that way. It's just the way the camera's set up. So over on the in this window, we have the ability to measure any color that's in the job. So remember that the job in pressSIGN is always defined. So pressSIGN always knows what colors it has to look for. So if you're doing a simple CMYK job, that's fine, because pressSIGN's already pre-programmed to work out CMYK, overprints, gray balance. All of those things kind of come naturally to pressSIGN. What doesn't come naturally, or does come naturally but you need to tell it, is which spot color you are actually adding to the job. Because if pressSIGN is just going to be reading a reddish color, how does it know that that red color is a magenta yellow overprint versus a red spot color? It really doesn't. We've got algorithms, of course, built in that mean that it looks for the nearest match, and that will certainly help it. But if I just, for instance, pick on a green, because you know that we can choose a green, so I'll just double click that, and this is telling me that we've got Pantone green here. But you might also know that green is available from a cyan and yellow overprint. So how does pressSIGN know that when you're measuring a single patch, whether it's the green, cyan, yellow overprint or a spot color? Well, what we've got now is the ability to specifically target that color. So I can tell pressSIGN that I want the measurements that I'm making to be specifically against that particular solid color. So here you can measure the solid values of all of the colors that are specified in the job. So if I then tell pressSIGN that I'm only measuring against Pantone green, and I try to find this side, do you see this one here? This is a cyan yellow overprint. If I double click it, as if I'm measuring it with a spectrophotometer, so the same result would be if I was measuring with a spectrophotometer, pressSIGN tells me that I've got a 16.19 delta E. We know that that is because I've measured a cyan yellow overprint versus the specified Pantone green here. Okay, in the past, pressSIGN might have given you a huge delta E because it thought that you were measuring a cyan yellow overprint. But now we've got the ability to specify that. If you go back to automatic, then your readings will always be automated by pressSIGN, where it will then give you the closest match to what it's measuring, and make a very educated AI type of guess as to which patch you're trying to read. Is it a magenta yellow or is it a red overprint? So there's a variety of algorithms running in the background which help pressSIGN to do that. So just to show you one more time, we are on the single patches window and we are in the lab density area just here. Okay, so that is where we go to make all of these spot color measurements. Remember, if I go to job settings, this is where we specify the additional colors, the spot colors in the job. You click the printing unit, even if you don't have a printing unit. If you want to measure a spot color in pressSIGN, tell pressSIGN that you've got it by allocating that spot color to a unit. So I can click on that unit. I can choose my Pantone library. I've got custom libraries, of course, and all of the latest Pantone guides are in there with all of the latest colors. And then you choose your color from here. Okay, and that's a scrollable list. I will cancel out of that, but that's how you specify that you have a particular spot color in pressSIGN for it to give you results against. Okay, so that's more or less where we are. Thanks for attending. Leave you with that. Thanks a lot and take care. Bye now.